This is the demo for the time management. So this interface that we are seeing right now is the employee side interface where the employee can enter his access code, and here there's a panel where it will show whether it's his working day or not, and a place to show the time and date for the day. And here's the timer. So the employee can start his work or he can cancel the any action that he's gonna do after signing in. So I'm going to start this count right now. So there will be a pop-up with a 5-second interval. Then the timer for that specific employee will be started. So let's just log in. The timer will be going on. So now when the user can take a break or stop the whole work time, or just cancel any action and go to the sign in page. So, for example, I'm just taking a break for this particular employee. So now the employee is on break and timer has been paused until he starts his working. So as you can see, the timer has been paused. So now the user can continue working, or just like previous one, he can cancel and go to the sign in page. So let's just continue here. And if I sign in again, as you can see, the counter will be started again because the employee has finished his break time. So now if he stops the timer, the employee has finished his whole working day. So this is the interface on the employee side. And going to the admin side, the login page where the admin should sign in first. So the admin will be welcomed with this dashboard here, where the total colleagues and the total hours with the average hour per employee is displayed here. And just like the employee log page, there will be a date and time display here, and the name and his role with the sign out button at the top. So below here we can see the recent activities like which employee has worked for how many hours and all, and how many colleagues are there in the team. So this is the first step that the admins will welcome to. And let's move on to the next tab, which is colleagues tab, where you can see all the colleagues details and when they are working, and are they active or are they inactive, and how many working hours they have been allocated for a day. So the you can search for a specific employee here, and also we can add employees through this button. You can enter his name and a password for that employee, and set whether the employee is active or not, and then select which working days gonna and how many hours is gonna we are going to allocate for that particular employee. Okay, so that employee is successfully added. So as you can see, the employee has been added successfully, and we can edit the employee details whenever we want, and also we can delete a particular employee if we don't want him in our roster. So those are the functions that available in this particular tab. And let's move on to the next one, the working hours tab. So this working hours tab will be showing all of the details of all the employees and their working records. So in this table, we can see which date they have worked and their starting time and their ending time with their work time, and how many uh, hours and minutes they have worked for overtime, and their break time. And we can edit those details if we want, and we can delete those records if we don't want that records. And also there are some filters here which will be working, we can use to filter a particular data that we want. And we can filter through the colleague's name, the date, and the status, whether they are working or on break or they have finished. So those statuses will be also shown here. When the user is active, when the user is working right now, the working users will be shown here. And also when the user is on break, that user will also be shown here. And here, if you want any reports that you need to generate for future users, you can also use this button to uh, create a report for that particular data set. So in this tab, there's another tab called Manage Working Hours, where you can manually add working hours for an employee. So let's just assume Jane Smith is taking a small break due to a medical emergency. So we need to add some manual data entry for that particular employee. So I am going to select Jane Smith and give a 1 week of working entry. So given the time, so here it's stating that Jane Smith is working for 8 hours. The current selected time is 8 hours, so it's fine. And I'm going to give an additional note here that James Jane Smith is on medical leave, and we can add manual entries for this particular employee. As you can see, those entries are here. And the next tab that we're going to see is the calendar tab. So in this calendar tab, we can manually add holidays for the company. So here's already 2 holidays that has been added automatically, which is Team Building Day and All Saints Day. So if we want to add a holiday, we can select the particular date, and we can click on this button to add a holiday. And the details should be the name in German, the English name, and the holiday type. There are three types of holidays in here, and the color theme for that one. We can select the icon and we can give a description. So on a holiday, the employee cannot work, uh, like he can sign in, but he cannot start his working hour. And the last tab that we're going to see is the settings tab, where the admin can change his email, he can change his name, and he can enter his current password and change it to a new password. So this is the demo for the time management system. Hope you have got all the necessary details about this application. Thank you.